Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is Jamar speaking. I'm a content marketing specialist based in New York who focuses on brand strategy, and content development. I pretty much help creative entrepreneurs and business professionals, transform their brand from basic to brilliant. And today, what we're going to be going over is how do you transform a static graphic or a graphic that doesn't move? How do you turn it into an animated graphic? How do you bring life to this graphic by adding some animation to it? So I'm going to show you a couple tools that I used to do that recently as I was doing some experimenting. And if you guys could subscribe to the channel, like this video, that'd really mean a lot. And without further ado, we're going to jump in. So firstly, I just wanted to show you guys the graphic that we're going to be animating and bringing to life today. And this is some a song artwork concept that I created for J.Cole's song called Love Yours. And when I created this graphic, the goal was to create something that reflected the deep thought and the intimate moment that J. Cole was having with himself as he was, thinking so much about like the things in his life that he's grateful for, and typically when we're that reflective, we normally close our eyes and we're talking to God, and it's just like I said, it's just a very intimate moment. So I wanted to create something that looked like we were sitting in his subconscious mind with him. And I feel like I successfully was able to execute that vibe. And the next thing I did was I hopped over to ChatGPT. So the reason why I came to ChatGPT is because sometimes when I want to use an AI tool to execute on a particular task, I like to fine tune my prompt ahead of time. So when I submit my prompt, I know that it's detailed enough to clearly express what I'm looking for. So as you guys can see, this was the prompt that I entered in ChatGPT. I'm going to read it out just so you guys can hear how it sounds and see, how quality communication doesn't just work in talking to another person, but even with to ChatGPT. So I said, I just create I just created an artwork concept to promote J. Cole's song called Love Yours. This was only created to showcase my graphic design skills and attract opportunities to create artwork for other music artists. Now I want to animate this graphic, but I'm unsure what type of animation would be appropriate for this graphic. Here's the artwork description. J. Cole is featured sitting on stage during a live performance with his eyes closed and a mic in his hand, feeling the music in his spirit, which highlights a very intimate moment. Based on the elements of the graphic, provide some ideas so that I can provide formal instructions to an AI-powered video generation tool that I'm using. And I could have submitted the photo or submitted the graphic itself so that it can just analyze the graphic and then give me its feedback based off of that. But I had already exhausted out the image generation feature as much as I could for the time being because I don't have the ChatGPT premium at the moment. So, I just use my words to describe what the elements of the graphic are so that ChatGPT can at least have a understanding of what I'm working with. These were some of the suggestions that ChatGPT gave me, breaking it down based on the different elements of the graphic. So starting with J. Cole's pose and expression, it suggested some slow breathing animation, like his chest rising and falling slightly to show calmness and stillness in the moment, or, stage and lighting environment, focusing on lens flares or light streaks to add a dreamy cinematic concert vibe. So I took all of this into consideration, and then I pretty much fine-tuned and tweaked this prompt based off of what I felt was really necessary. So this is the final prompt that I ended up going with. I just pasted this in Google Docs because I didn't want to tweak the prompt and accidentally, submit it in ChatGPT. So I just, like I said, put it in Google Docs so I can edit it before copying it and pasting it into the video tool that I'm going to be using. But just to go over the prompt, it says, make this still image move to bring the moment to life. Number one, pose an expression, slow breathing animation, his chest rising and falling slightly to show calmness and stillness in the moment. Small hand movement on the mic as if he's holding on to the words or letting a line sink in. Two, stage and lighting environment, lens flares or light streaks to add a dreamy cinematic concert vibe. And number three, for the atmospheric effects, camera flashes fading in and out in the distance to keep focus on him while keeping that live show energy. Soft floating particles rising in the background like the music is lifting the energy in the room. So this AI video tool is called Hailuo. I hope I'm saying that right. But I found out about this platform just by consuming some content on Instagram and doing some research on my own. And I basically just created an account and decided to use the free credits that they offer. It seems like they give you, a bit more on a daily basis to come back in and do some more creating. And I submitted the graphic that I showed you guys, and then I just, pasted the prompt in there. As you guys can see on the left side, all the way on the left side, it shows you that we're on the video option. So that's how you know we're actually using the video feature of this platform. And I chopped out a part of the prompt too, because I had created a couple of these, and the aspect of the prompt that was mentioning like the particles in the background and stuff like that, I felt like it was just too much. I wanted to kind of cut the prompt down a little bit so that it could focus on, the aspects that I felt were really needed. So once you submit the prompt, once you paste the prompt in there, you want to hit generate. Or if you had already generated something, you're going to see what I'm looking at right now. And where you see the shell and it says the number 30 at the bottom, that's where you're going to click to create once again. It's kind of like a refresh if you had already generated something and you're looking to fine tune it. So I'm going to show you what the results look like. I'm not going to lie, I think this is one of the coolest things that I've ever created. And the thing that I really like about it is the fact that there's so many ways to tell a story visually. And I think that there's so many instances where we use our imagination to kind of bring things to life in our mind. But animating static graphics like this allows you to just bring things to life in a way where people can see the story playing out in real time, and that's just really a really powerful thing to get people to just resonate with something more and just kind of feel those emotions that you want them to feel. Because the goal with marketing is to get people to connect. You want people to relate and connect. That's what people are looking for. And again, I just think that animating graphics is a great way to do that. I love how this really looks dreamy. It looks like a moment on stage. It looks like, there's some stage production going on behind him while he's really basking in the present moment right now. And maybe he's enjoying the fact that the crowd is singing the music, singing the song to him. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with a friend that you think would be interested. It definitely means a lot to me, and it allows me to just generate the momentum that I'm looking to generate as I'm growing this channel, and it allows me to place helpful information in the hands of the people that I really want to connect with. So, I'm just grateful for your support, and I'm grateful for the fact that I'm even in a position to share information like this. So, looking forward to bringing some more lessons soon. And if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Stay blessed.